Chance Rides debuted the Inverter in 1998. The ride took the idea of the Huss Rainbow or Alibaba ride and gave it a more thrilling twist. Instead of the ride being geared to have the rider vehicle rotate at the same rate as the arm, causing it to remain upright, the Inverter ride vehicle would be geared to flip the opposite direction at twice the rate of speed. This would, in theory, create a more thrilling rider experience than the other counterweight inverting rides, such as the Huss Ranger or Kamikaze. The 48-foot or 17.6 meter tall main support of the ride and counterweight arm would be made by ARM Rides of Ohio and would be based off their existing Rockstar ride, itself a competition to the Huss Rainbow. Chance would make the rider vehicle itself, and they would cover sales and marketing of the attraction. The ride was available as both transportable and a permanent version, with many different theming options for the rider vehicles, most featuring 24 seats facing back to back. Chance and ARM offered a higher capacity version known as the Double Inverter, with 2 counterweight arms and rider vehicles on one single support arm. This increased capacity from 24 to 48 riders per cycle, making this option more popular with parks. The single arm version could be transported on just one 54-foot trailer, making it ideal for the US market. The Inverter was found to be very visually impressive, but not so enjoyable to most riders, with most riders complaining about the awkward forces placed on them as the rider vehicle rotated, and the tight restraints of the ride itself. The ride used a combination over-the-shoulder restraint with a secondary lap bar style bar that pushed down on the restraints, kind of like a Huss topspin, however much more uncomfortable. Many riders found this to be very uncomfortable on their legs and chest. Additionally, the rotation of the rider vehicle was found to numb out some of the forces found on a normal Alibaba ride, making the ride somewhat boring. All these factors resulted in Chance discontinuing the ride in 2001. In total, 20 single-arm inverters were made, with 9 being permanent models. At least 6 double inverters were made, with most going to parks. Today, no double inverters are still operating. 2 single-arm inverters remain operating, one at the Adventure Dome in Las Vegas, and a former traveling model at Armenia's Hagatanka Park. It's possible that there are more traveling inverters still in operation, but finding information on them is not easily accessible, and it's likely the 2 rides mentioned are the final 2 inverters in operation. A frequent problem encountered by inverter owners is that due to the design of the ride, a loss of power can leave the rider stranded upside down. There is no way to design a failsafe that returns riders to the ground or to an upright position when an inverter loses power due to the ride's design. This has caused issues and injuries in the past, all of them being fairly minor. With the failure of the original inverter, ARM Rides of Ohio offered a solution to inverter owners. They sold a conversion kit to convert any existing inverter to one of their Rockstar or Full Tilt rides. As the support arm and counterweight arm for the inverter were already made by ARM and essentially just taken directly from the existing ARM Rockstar, this was a simple conversion, really only changing the rider vehicle and the gearing. This conversion kit coincided with the release of ARM's new Full Tilt ride. This is essentially a single-row Rockstar that could tilt riders 25 degrees towards the ground. Many traveling inverters were converted into Rockstars and Full Tilt rides. As of 2023, it's believed that all traveling inverters have either been converted or scrapped, leaving only the 2 permanent inverters left in operation. ARM did not offer a conversion kit for double inverters, and no permanent parks opted to convert their inverters. Now, I have not personally been able to experience a Chance inverter, and neither has Alex, and that's why he's absent from this video. I would love to get to Adventure Dome at some point before this ride inevitably closes. The ride does look painful, however, with how rare the ride is, I do feel obligated to ride it. I have been on several ARM Rockstar rides, and they are fun and enjoyable, so I think that this ride still has some potential. With that being said, that wraps up about everything we have to say about the Chance Rides Inverter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.